Ever wondered why some relationships crumble while others flourish? Today, we're going to unravel the mystery behind this puzzle. We'll be exploring 7 common behaviors that often unknowingly damage relationships. These behaviors include lack of communication, lack of trust, neglecting emotional needs, keeping score, lack of personal space, not listening, and taking each other for granted. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step towards fostering healthier relationships. So, are you ready for this journey? Let's delve deeper into these behaviors and understand why they can be harmful. Starting off with the first behavior, it's the lack of communication. An interesting thing about communication is that it's not just about talking, it's also about listening. And when there's a lack of it in a relationship, misunderstandings can easily crop up. You might find yourself thinking, "Why didn't they understand me?" or "Why don't they get it?" But the truth is, without open and honest communication, your thoughts, feelings, and intentions can become a guessing game for your partner. When communication is missing, it can also lead to feelings of neglect. You might feel like your partner isn't interested in your life or doesn't care about your thoughts. It's like being in a room full of people and yet feeling incredibly alone. That's why open and honest communication is so crucial. It helps you understand each other better, resolve conflicts, and build a stronger bond. Remember, communication is the lifeline of a relationship. Moving to the second behavior, it's the lack of trust. A relationship without trust is like a car without gas. You can stay in it all you want, but it won't go anywhere. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. When it's missing, insecurities and suspicions start to creep in. You question everything, every call, every text, every late night at work. It's like being in a constant state of worry, and that's not healthy. Trust gives us the confidence to be vulnerable, to be open, to be ourselves. It's that silent promise that says, "I've got your back no matter what." So how do we build trust? It's simple. Be honest, be reliable, and be consistent. Show up when you say you will, keep your promises, and most importantly, tell the truth. Remember, trust isn't built in a day. It's a process, it takes time. And once lost, it's hard to regain. So always be truthful to your partner. Next up is neglecting emotional needs. This is a behavior that can silently eat away at the core of a relationship. When we ignore our partner's emotional needs, we inadvertently create a void, a chasm of loneliness that can lead to feelings of resentment and detachment. Imagine a plant deprived of sunlight gradually withering away. That's how a relationship suffers when emotional needs are neglected. Our emotions are our internal compass, guiding us through the labyrinth of life. Ignoring them is akin to disregarding that compass, leaving us lost and adrift. Emotional intimacy is the glue that binds 2 hearts together. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and validating your partner's feelings. It's about being a sanctuary for them in the stormy weathers of life. It's about letting them know that their emotions matter, that they are seen, heard, and valued. Remember, relationships are not just about coexisting, but about co-nurturing. Validating your partner's emotions is a key to a strong bond. Fourth on the list is keeping score. An insidious behavior that can slowly erode the foundation of a relationship is keeping score. This habit can transform a loving partnership into a competitive battleground, where each person is tallying up the other's faults and mistakes. It's a game where there are no winners, only resentment and mistrust. In a healthy relationship, we must understand that we all make mistakes. The key is to learn from them, forgive each other, and move forward. It's not about keeping a tally of who did what and when, but about growing together, understanding each other's flaws, and helping each other improve. Keeping score only serves to create a divide, a line that marks you and me instead of us. It's a road that leads to a dead end of constant bickering and resentment. Remember, the goal is not to win against each other, but to win with each other. In a relationship, it's not about who's right, but what's right. The fifth behavior is not respecting personal space. Imagine wearing a sweater that's 2 sizes too small. It's suffocating, right? That's exactly how a relationship feels when there's no room for personal space. We all need a little breathing room, a chance to be ourselves without the constant presence or approval of our partner. It's not about creating distance, but rather about preserving individuality. Maintaining personal space allows us to grow individually, which in turn nourishes the relationship. Imagine a tree with its branches intertwined. They grow together, yet they have their own space to expand. That's how relationships should be. Each person should have the freedom to spread their branches and blossom, while still being part of a beautiful, unified entity. Remember, your partner fell in love with you, not a mirrored version of themselves, so don't lose yourself in the process of loving someone else. Giving space is as important as giving time in a relationship. Coming to the sixth behavior, it's not listening to your partner. This might seem like a small thing, but it can have a huge impact. When we don't listen, we send a clear message to our partners that their thoughts, feelings, and experiences aren't important to us. Over time, this can make them feel undervalued and taken for granted. And remember, we're not just talking about hearing the words they say, we're talking about active listening. This means showing genuine interest in what they're saying, asking follow-up questions, and responding in a way that shows you understand. It's about being fully present in the moment with them. When we actively listen, we show our partners that we value their perspective, that we're willing to learn from them, and that we want to understand them better. This can help to build trust, mutual respect, and closeness in a relationship. Listening is an art that strengthens relationships. Last but not least, taking each other for granted. We all know how it goes. As time passes in a relationship, it's easy to become comfortable and forget to appreciate the small things. But this is a dangerous path to walk. When we take our partners for granted, we create an environment where they feel unappreciated. This can lead to feelings of resentment and over time can chip away at the foundation of your relationship. So how do we combat this? By expressing gratitude. It's as simple as saying thank you for the little things, a warm meal, a clean home, or a well-timed hug. Show your partner that you see and appreciate their efforts. It's crucial to make this a habit, not just a one-time gesture. Remember, it's the little things that make a big difference in a relationship. They help to foster a sense of value and mutual respect. Appreciation is the fuel that keeps the relationship engine running. To sum it all up, these 7 behaviors can make or break a relationship. Let's take a moment to refresh our memories. First, we spoke about the lack of communication. Remember, communication is the bridge that connects 2 hearts. So don't let that bridge crumble. Speak openly and honestly about your feelings, thoughts, and concerns. Second, we discussed the lack of trust. This is like a paper once crumpled. It can't be perfect again. So avoid mistrust and suspicion. Instead, foster trust by being reliable, honest, and open. Third, neglecting emotional needs was highlighted. Don't forget, we all need emotional nourishment, so pay attention to your partner's feelings and needs. Fourth, we noted the habit of keeping score. It's not a game, it's a relationship. So let go of past mistakes and focus on the present and future. Fifth, we talked about the lack of personal space. Remember, everyone needs a little room to breathe. So respect your partner's need for independence and personal growth. Sixth, we shed light on not listening. It's crucial to remember that listening is not just about hearing words, but understanding the emotions behind them. So listen attentively and empathetically to your partner. Lastly, we spoke about taking each other for granted. Remember, familiarity should not breed contempt. So appreciate your partner and express your gratitude often. These behaviors, if unchecked, can erode the foundation of a relationship. However, being aware of them is the first step towards building a healthier, happier relationship. It's important to remember that no relationship is perfect, and we all have our flaws. But with self-awareness, effort, and the willingness to change, we can avoid these harmful behaviors and create a relationship that's strong, supportive, and loving. Remember, a great relationship doesn't happen because of the love you had in the beginning, but how well you continue building love until the end.